So as long as we're close, we've got sound.
I've got a good voice. A good voice for print.
I've got a great one for print too. I don't know why. So I'm Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV, and I'm here with Jim Owens from Ford, Shelby, Ford, Performance. You've been with it all forever and a long time. 1999, you just said here earlier. Now, Ford Performance, from my best understanding, I've been told, going major global. Now that you're Ford Performance, one big happy family. Tell me about that.
Sam, it's such a good story, and thank you for being here. If you think about it, we had Team RS in Europe from the 60s. We had the Ford FPV in Australia. You had Ford Racing Performance Parts. You had the on-track engineers from Ford Racing. And then you had the men and women of SVT in the United States. All of them had different product cycles. All of them had different measurements and product attributes. All of them did a great job. But what Dave Parasak and Henry Ford wanted to do was harness all of that intellectual property, that intense passion that delivered those cars, and make it global. So now you see the RS that's out here now, right? Came over from Europe, came across the pond, 350 horsepower, 350 foot-pounds of torque, all-wheel drive, torque vectoring. That came out of the good brains and the men and women from Team RS, that used to be Team RS, SVT, or Ford Performance Parts people. Bringing them all together, working together globally, will give the consumers a much better performance product in the long run, and we can't be happier about it.
Well, and it's not just the smaller cars like that. Ford Raptor now.
Oh my gosh!
Global.
Yeah, I mean
it's how does that work?
Well, I mean, there's homologation requirements with each country. If you think about it, each of them have their own individual rules, and there has to be a demand and the ability to fulfill it in that marketplace.
But China
is a place where we're going to be selling a lot of performance vehicles. That's a growing marketplace. And if you think about it, we have STs, both Fiesta and Focus, RS, GT350, Raptor, the Ford GT that's going global as well. So if you think Mustang, the 2018 that was just launched on Tuesday of this week, that's a global platform now.
Yeah. So the 2018 Mustang was just revealed. That's just another new thing. With Ford Performance, you've said you've got just an amazing amount of new products coming, cars, trucks, SUVs, maybe. So it was just maybe talked about. The Ford Bronco is going to be a really exciting thing.
So the future is bright. And a lot of people would say, and I think you and I can remember the 60s fondly, right? People think of those. I can remember the 60s fondly.
Okay, all right.
How do I say this? A lot of people thought that was the epicenter of performance. There is no better time to be a performance enthusiast of any brand than today. Ford Performance announced that between the GT350 and the 2020 model year, we will announce 12 new performance derivatives. 5 of them are already there.
Yeah,
RS, GT350R, GT350, Raptor, and Ford GT, and we've got 7 more coming.
So can you give us any hints onto what those might be?
No, we don't talk about future products, Sam, but you kind of see the direction of where the industry is going. And we're always looking at new opportunities to deliver that performance feel.
So I guess in one last thing, and everybody who's been a Ford fanatic, a Ford owner, they're familiar with how it is and why it is that you're all over performance, but you're almost out there alone when it comes to the American brands, when it comes to just going crazy across the entire model line and really doing some serious performance cars. How does Ford continue to justify that?
We're not doing it for charity, right? At the end of the day. But there is a marketplace for performance, and you need 3 really big things to make performance work long term. First, you need the customers and the passion and the energy, and we have that all over the globe. The second is you need leadership on the adults of the company to get it. Now, if you think about it, Mark Fields, he's going to be here tomorrow. Where does he spend his time to come? Barrett-Jackson, right? He owns a GT350. He's going to get a Ford GT. He had a GT500 Super Snake. He gets this. Bill Ford has owned almost every VIN-1 of Mustangs we've ever done. He took his son Nick to the Ford Performance Racing School to get his 4-day license class. We have executives who get it. Then you need competition. And if you think about it, there is a global competition for performance customers, and we would put our engineering men and women to compete against them every chance we get.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time,
Sam,
Jim.
thanks so much. It's always good chatting with you.
All right, man.